Hello and welcome back to my channel, Joyful and Enduring with Sarah. So this is my second video and I just got a message, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about gut health, which I'm sure unless you've been living under a rock, it's something that you have heard quite a lot recently, probably over the last 5 years, I would say. It's become a lot more recognised and researched, which is great, especially for people who have a lot of gut issues, like myself, unfortunately. And that's what brings me here today. I wanted to share kind of just, I won't keep you here too long, but a brief kind of introduction as to how I've suffered with poor gut health for many years, and kind of some of the things I've been doing to get to a better place with it. I feel that I'm nowhere near, not even close to really good gut health still, and I just find that there is no right formula for one person. Everyone's different, everyone responds differently to different things, so I don't think it's very black and white. I feel that there's, let you know what I've been doing and maybe shed some light, or I'd love to even get feedback and hear what people have been going through yourselves, what you've been doing or trialing that have helped. Okay, so for me, probably the earliest memory of having issues and seeking help from the medical world, I would say, was in my very early teens. Kind of when I was younger than that, I had some issues, but nothing really too severe until I hit my early teens, so around, say, 13, 14. I started, having some problems in that area, and then my parents obviously seeked help, and I started seeing different doctors, gastroenterologists, and so forth. The funny thing is, back then, a big piece of advice was for me to eat, I think it was something like 6 apples a day, and that will really help as well. Fast forward to my early 20s, when I had, obviously a lot in between, but to my early 20s, I had a range of tests done, and I even found out that I had fructose malabsorption, which, if that was something I had back then, which I probably did, let's be honest, having that many apples was obviously doing more harm than good for me, because apples are not great on the FODMAP scale. So so basically, not to confuse you, going back to my early teens, lots of doctors, lots of different things to try, and nothing really ever helped. So I just went through my teens into my 20s with seeing lots of doctors, having procedures, this and that. I then saw my parents were kind of like, let's take a different approach maybe, and then we took a holistic approach as well. So, nutritionists and naturopath, holistic doctors, really, holistic practitioners. And so from there, I was on a lot of herbs and different supplements. The thing is, nothing ever got me to a really good place. I was always having issues all the time. So then, through my 20s up to now, let's not say my age, but into my 30s, it's probably gotten worse. I find that as I get older, the symptoms and everything are becoming worse, and I'm a lot more sensitive, I find. And he said, and I said, okay, what is this? And he was like, I'm not entirely sure, you need to see someone else about it, but basically you have celiac disease. So when I was diagnosed, it was quite new. I had never heard of it before. There was barely any gluten-free products around, as now you go to the supermarket, this whole aisle was dedicated to it, whereas back then there were a few products at a health food store which were quite nasty, to be honest. Luckily, Mum always made lots of goodies for me, because yeah, it was very, very bad to try and eat out or shop for it. So yeah, it was quite new. So luckily now things have changed. I'm kind of rambling everywhere, so bear with me and I hope you stick with me. So basically, there's quite a few factors, I guess, as to why I have poor gut health, along with celiac disease, I had gluten, fructose malabsorption, and I'm also lactose intolerant through testing as well. So I shouldn't have lactose as well. And so I eat nothing. No, I eat and I eat a lot still, but I try and be as strict as possible. It is tricky sometimes. I definitely never eat the gluten, but sticking to fructose and lactose is tricky at times, especially trying to eat out or when I really feel like something, which is too often than not. But at present, I'm trying to be really, really strict, which brings me to now. I feel like I could go on for hours about this topic and about my background with it. So I feel like I'll break up videos to talk about it more and more, and yeah, to give a bigger insight and to go through all my different bits and pieces. And I'm just looking at my hair, and I do apologise in advance. I'm having a very bad hair day. I should have done something about that before jumping on video, but anyway, it's okay. Yes, so at the moment I am once again taking a holistic approach. I see a gastroenterologist who is, I think, one of the very, very few who obviously takes the Western medicine side of things and also the holistic side, which is wonderful. So he has helped me, but I'm adding to that, and I've been seeing other holistic practitioners, and at the moment my microbiome is really messed up, and it really needs a reset and a kickstart, and I need to really be getting lots of good bacteria and gut health happening. So because of that, I have been advised which I've started. So I'm going to show you the products and how I'm going with it so far, because I would say, no, I'm not even halfway, kind of like the startish point. I started a colon cleanse, and I've always been very skeptical of cleanses. I've never done them before, because you do hear often than not that it gets rid of all your good, a lot of goodness from your body, and it strips away, which is something I don't want, obviously. But apparently these particular blends, they've been operating in Australia for the last, I think, 25 years or so. This team of practitioners, they make everything themselves. It's all 100% organic, nothing nasty in it or fillers. And so I thought, okay, let's just give this a go. We are actually in the middle of a lockdown here as well. Thank you, COVID-19. So in a way, it's probably better that I'm doing this cleanse at the moment and not having to go out and do everything else that I do, because yeah, it's had not the best effects on me, to say the least. So yeah, it's probably been good timing. All right, so the first one is, I'm going to get this up here. Okay, the first one is a spearmint blend. So it's basically a charcoal spearmint colon cleanse. I'll show you that. So yeah. Okay, so that. Ooh, so it was nasty to take. It was really tough to get down. It was like drinking sand. So the good block of the nose and just taking it down was the only way. Alright, so it's basically, I've had this and it's black because of the charcoal. Just stirred it through 3 times a day, and yeah, obviously you know what came out on the other end. Can you guys see that? That's really true. Anyway, yes, so that was the first part. I finished that, and I must say it made me feel like I ran a marathon every day. Each morning I'd wake up and I'd feel terrible. I was incredibly lethargic. Yeah, I felt like I was training, really hardcore training, and I obviously wasn't doing anything because I just didn't want to overexert myself while, you know, stripping back. Obviously my body's quite toxic, and that's why it's releasing everything, and it makes you obviously feel that way. So that was that one. Finished that. The following day I started a Candida blend cleanse. Candida is something that a lot of us would probably have in our bodies, and it's obviously not a good thing and something we want to get rid of. And so I'll show you those. So they're in tablet form, so easier than taking that terrible mix there. So they're very smelly. So that's what they look like. And this is the blend, Candida blend. So they have a number of ingredients in them. They're organic. I have to take these, so 2 capsules 3 times a day. So it's detox symptoms that you can have to drink a lot through all these things because you're really flushing everything out, and you just have to give your body time to adjust. So I'm still not feeling great. I still feel, I guess I've only taken what, a quarter, not even halfway yet. And so yeah, I haven't been feeling great, but I'm just trying to hang in there to hope that I can reap the benefits. Along with those, I've been taking, as advised, Mastic gum, which is quite an ancient supplement that the Greeks, I think, have been using for a long time, and it has an amazing health benefit. So these I have to take, and each week I have to up the dose. So this is what they're white tablets, very smelly as well. Everything's very smelly. I think I'm not going to be able to deal with these smells afterwards. So if you can see, Mastic gum, heaps of health benefits they have. And yeah, they're really completely natural, which is amazing. And the last thing is a broad spectrum probiotic. Now, I guess there are so many on the market. I've never tried this one before, but I was just, when I was out recently, I was desperate to get it to just start it with everything. So I have, what is this one? Lifespace broad spectrum probiotic. So one of those a day as well, to obviously get all the good bacteria in there as well, whilst trying to detox at the same time. So along with those, I have been sticking as much as possible, as close as possible to a low FODMAP diet, which I should really stick to anyway. So I've been doing that. On top of that, I've really been eating vegan. So, because apparently dairy is really bad for if you have colon problems and that sort of thing. So yeah, sticking to mainly a vegan diet, very much plant-based, you know, really whole foods. Obviously the sneaky, you know, chocolate or bicky chips and stuff, but really trying to be as good as possible. The one thing I haven't stopped is coffee, because I do love it. I'm not having heaps, but I need to have at least one a day because I really enjoy my coffee. So that's my daily go-to. So basically, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna then let you guys know how the process is going in my another video. I'll get through those next stage of the cleanse and see how I'm going and update you. And I guess I'll let you know if I feel in my experience that it has been beneficial to me. As I say, I'm not trained anything to do with this. I'm just sharing my experience with my issues and what I'm trying to do. And clearly everything works differently for everyone else. So from all of these that I'm taking, the last thing that I have to have is, excuse me for a moment, the last part is a Leaky gut blend, and that starts once the Candida tablets end, and that will be having 1 or twice daily before meals. So it's kind of like this one is more of a something to aid in my digestion and everything. Ooh, and I must add the very last two things that I've been taking as well, sorry, I forgot this, is once I do eat, because I don't break down my food properly, which means I'm not really absorbing all the nutrients and goodness from what I'm eating, is a Multigest enzyme. And so there's heaps of brands that do it. At the moment I'm taking Bioceuticals, so they have either one capsule 3 times a day, up to 30 minutes before a meal, or as directed by your health practitioner. And I also have been taking, just to up my nutrients, flaxseed oil, a tablespoon every day. It's pretty gross to taste by itself, so I'll whack it in generally in my smoothie. And I'm also having an olive leaf extract, which is a probiotic formula. So if you can see that, that's what I'm taking at the moment. So it's pretty good, this one. It's just a berry flavour, so it's fine. I just put it in a little measuring cup and take it back. So yeah, so that's about it. I know it seems like a lot of things I'm taking, but really those are all staggered, and the other bits and pieces are just to keep my health as high as possible. Obviously, when you're taking things, you kind of depleting the immune system a bit, so you want to make sure that you're supplementing what you're taking out. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. As I said earlier, I would love to hear about your experiences, you know, what you've been going through, what you do to help yourself. You know, I'd love to hear different things. Obviously, we can all help each other from learning more about it. And yeah, and along with that, I will continue to update you how I'm feeling and how I'm going. The main thing is, at the moment, I am feeling really tired, sore, and yeah, very lethargic, like almost very run down. I just think that a lot of bad is like coming out. Wow, this hair is terrible. Ooh. Yeah, so I just think that a lot of nasties are coming out of my body, so it's kind of processing. So hopefully once I'm at a midway point, I can see the light and hopefully it starts working. So I will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell for notifications. I'll be bringing you some more videos, obviously, as I said on my first video, about a range of things, and I will keep you updated with all of this as well. So stay well, everyone, and I shall see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.